It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I was about to step out when I saw Jack Harlow dropped a music video for the song Denver, so you know we got to dive into it. I've been a fan of this man for a minute now. Since way back when I heard Sundown and Dark Knight, I was saying this man inevitably is going to blow up, and then what's popping came, and the rest is history. So let's dive in. Let's see what he's doing with this one.
So many losing hope in those dreams that they
walking past a homeless in a Rolex. Just got off the stage on the Today Show and I basically felt soulless. Years go by and I keep saying I'm gonna use my phone less, but I should just be phoneless. Ignorance is bliss and so is being underground, cause it was fun when we were known less. Sorry, that's cliche, I know I'm so blessed, but Jason keeps on telling me say yes, and truth be told I know he knows best, but I don't wanna do no press. I've seen enough of me on this little screen. I've become so vain and insecure about everything. I feel all this pressure to live up to what they tell me I'm gonna be, so I isolate myself. You can't help me, it's on me.
This is real. I really like this song because it's the truth, right? It's like, listen, it was more fun. We were underground and not a lot of people knew of us. And I get that a lot of people would look at that like, what are you talking about? You're rich, you're famous. And it's like he said, you know, he knows that he's so blessed, but it doesn't change the fact that he feels that way. It doesn't change the fact that there's a difference. There's a lot of benefits that come with becoming famous and getting all this money and everything like that. And I'm sure that he enjoys those benefits. But at the same time, you lose out on certain things in life. Things change. And it's not always for the better, right? There's certain things that get better and there's certain things that inevitably get worse. It's just the way that it is. And like he said, all these expectations and, you know, he's got to say yes to certain things that he really doesn't necessarily want to. And there's just a lot of stuff that comes with it that none of us can really imagine because we're not in that position, to be completely honest with you. And it happened quick for him. Like he was doing some numbers and doing decent with a lot of his stuff. And I thought this man was fine. Dark Knight is still probably my favorite thing from him. But then What's Poppin' came out and that shit went so crazy. And he literally just went so viral that it's like literally overnight, his life changed. Like a lot of times that is not the case for a lot of people. I mean, don't get me wrong, he grinded and did his work for a long time to get to that point. But like his changed on a major scale. Like some people will go viral and get a lot of attention. Like we do reactions to Ren. Ren's life has changed. But Jack Harlow became like super mainstream within like a day. Like it's like to the point where he's almost like, I wouldn't say he's a household name, but he's closer to that than I would say someone like Ren is. And that's no disrespect to Ren. Ren is like one of my favorite artists right now. I love that man's music. We've been checking him out for a minute. My man J Hoop brought him through the live streams well before he ever got popular with the High Ren song. And it's just like, I'm sure that there's some downfalls to what he's going through as well. Because like he said, people come up to him all the time now and say, oh, you saved me from taking my own life and this, that, and the third. And as much as that's cool to hear, it's also a lot of like sad shit that you're hearing on a regular basis, right? So there's benefits and there's negatives at the same time to all this fame stuff and getting attention and starting to make more money. And it's something that you're not really ready for and you can never really be ready for until you get in that position. Like it's just not something that you know about until you're there.
I'm hiding any sign of weakness from my guys. I don't want them second guessing with me. Nemo said to keep my foot on next, cause I can't let them just forget me. But the brags in my raps are getting less and less convincing, so I'd rather just...
Some cheeks in the video though. I'm just going, for science purposes, we're gonna go back.
Second guessing with me. Nemo said to keep my foot on next, cause I can't let them just forget me. But the brags in my raps are getting less and less convincing, so I'd rather just...
why this ever had to be.
You also have to consider the fact that there a lot of, like, so like myself, what wakes me up every single morning and what makes me do these videos and continue to work on my music and try different channel ideas and stuff like that is the want to make it, so to speak. Not to make it like I'm gonna be some mainstream name or anything like that, but to make a pretty large amount of money, hopefully one day. That's like kind of the goal. That's what I'm driven for. I'd like to be able to change my life for the future. I'd like to be able to change people's lives around me. That would be amazing. And that's kind of what the drive is every single day, right? And if all of a sudden one day it just happens, it's not so much that like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I do this stuff because I love to do it, but everything would change at that point, right? And sometimes when that happens, it's just like it's weird. Like you can almost lose some of your motivation because that was a big part of it. And right now, like for him, he's changed everybody's life around him. He's changed his life. He might have made so much money at this point that he's set for life if he really just wanted to chill. As long as he doesn't spend anything crazy and he's just living a good regular life, even with a big house and stuff like that, he's probably set for life at this point. So like that main drive, that main goal that you had is kind of gone. And yeah, you might still love what you do and you can continue to do that and you know, but it's not going to be something that you're going to grind out anymore. It's more going to be like, well, when the feeling comes, I'll go and I'll rock with it, right? And so then you kind of want something to replace that. I don't know. It's really, really interesting. It's really, really interesting. I can only imagine because I'm not there, right? So I don't know. Maybe I would suddenly come into a whole bunch of money and nothing would change and I'd be like, yeah, I still love to sit down and do this. And I think that I would. I do think that I would, but there would be some other things that would go on, right? Because now that I've made that money, I'm like, well, I want to go now and enjoy my life too. I want to go and start helping people. I want to start, you know, I don't know. It's like, again, I'm just speaking from a point of view of someone who's not in his position, but is trying to imagine what it might be like, given that I'm also grinding for something. And I'm sure anybody that's grinding for something may feel that way, but it's like, you almost need to constantly have that next thing that you're working towards really, really hard, right? Like, and without that, you kind of would lose focus.
So many losing hope in those dreams that they.
I wrote that first verse in Denver back in September. It's January now and I'm feeling like myself again. I got Angel back in here, I need his help again. I'm taking time away but wondering what a healthy helping is. Fuck it, they gon' check for me, I tell myself and tell my friends. Avoiding any talks about the elephant, chalking up that hate to jealousy and just embellishments. But deep down, I find myself wondering if the people that write about me are right about me. And I wonder if my exes are oversharing, cause they know a lot about me. I'm a long way from Shelby County. I've been through some local tension, heard talks of a healthy bounty. Sober and focused, I cannot walk down no deli alleys. I still got the fellas around me, I love them and tell them proudly. My mama needs help adjusting, my father needs help accounting. I'm looking out heaven's window, I know that there's hell around me.
Wonder, oh, why this ever had to be.
All the other stuff aside that I'm talking, like his rapping ability is just so, he's amazing to me. I don't care what anybody says, like the smoothness of it, the flows, the choice of rhyming words, like he's top tier. He's inevitably top tier. That's just the way that I see it. I know some people may disagree, but this man is definitely top tier, and I'm curious to see where his career goes 2, 5, 10 years from now and everything like that. But he's already like at a really evolved point as far as being an artist. So I think that that's pretty dope. And again, like what he said right there is, you know, like there's some struggles back at home as far as like there might be a healthy bounty, people his ex is talking about, right? So you got all these other things that you got to worry about too once you make it to that point. And you may also feel like you've got to continue to take advantage of the situation. So you almost have to force out music. You almost have to force stuff. But like he said, you know, I wonder if they're still going to talk about me. I wonder if they're still going to write about me. I wonder if they're still, you know what I mean? If I'm not constantly giving them something, if I kind of take a break for myself and come back, you know what? I think they're still going to be here. There's so much that goes into it. And again, I can only imagine. I'm speculating from the outside looking in, and that's all that the rest of us can really do. I like this beat.
So many losing hope in those dreams that they.
Yeah, this was fire. This was definitely fire. I liked the video with it, and honestly, it was nice to reconnect with the song because I haven't heard it since he dropped the album. I want to say that I did a reaction to all of them, but some of them were doing so poorly, and it was on my main channel, and I was really like stressed about like, okay, I need videos to do well because I want to get back in the algorithm. So if they're not getting views after a week or two, I'm gonna just private them. So some people may not have even seen my reaction to this necessarily, but now we got the new channel. For those of you guys that don't know and may have found this video, it's Duane Reacts. You're on it right now. Just make sure you subscribe if you want to see all the stuff that we drop going forward. I drop anywhere from 3 to 5 videos on this channel every single day. So appreciate you guys. The main channel is still going to be for, I'm going to talk about things I just feel like talking about on the main channel, but we still do our live streams where we check out music there every Friday and Saturday. So I will catch you guys in the next video, homies.
I don't believe in the future, so I just look to my past life. I take all the lessons I've learned and then I create me a moment you can't write. It's different than dreams, it's different than wishing for shit that you see. It's something you build, you gotta shed tears, and if you gon' live it, accept that you'll bleed. This ain't a drill, that's just a beat. This shit is real, cause that's what you need. This is the pill, that is the seat. Take you a moment before you concede. I got a lot of shit waiting on change, but every day wake up and do it the same. I'm sick of my mind, it's out of control. I thought it was fine, but that was a phase. I mean, it's like, I got a chance, why would I blow it? It's all that I have.